You're not going to have good jobs anymore, so you got a choice. You can have no job at all, or you can take a job with low pay, no benefits, and little security. And guess what? Millions of Americans have seen the latter option more attractive than even unemployment.
The unemployment rate is the lowest in over half a century. And very incredibly, the average unemployment rate under my administration is lower than any administration in the history of our country.
Actually, that may honestly be true if you count the crappy, truly crappy things most of us are forced to do to survive as jobs. I mean, look at me. I'm forced to host a TV show. I don't want to be here. Let me out! Let me out! Much of this employment boom has been in the service sector, doing things like delivering pizzas or driving Uber, not actual careers or works of passion, and people doing those jobs don't earn shit. An MIT study found that Uber drivers often make below minimum wage, and a large percentage of them actually lose money. Plus, a new analysis shows DoorDash drivers make an average of $1.45 an hour as they deliver food. These people don't realize they're getting screwed because they aren't accounting for the wear and tear on their vehicle or their insurance costs or the cost of steam cleaning 1,000 coronavirus farts out of their back seats. It's not cheap. So Trump gets to run around going, look at how low unemployment is, when he should really be saying, look at how effectively we've exploited these workers. Isn't it thrilling? Despite Trump's lies, the people of America are not doing well. The UN Special Rapporteur on Extreme Poverty toured our fine country a couple of years ago and found U.S. inequality levels are far higher than those in most European countries. Americans can expect to live shorter and sicker lives.
One of the reasons unemployment rate is low is not that we don't have lots of people looking for work. It's actually worse. We have a lot of people who have given up looking for work. Because in our statistical system in the United States, the government, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, when it looks at the working people, says you can either have a job, then you're employed, you can have no job and be looking, then you're unemployed, or you can give up looking, in which case you're not counted anymore. What we have today is a much lower than we used to have labor force participation rate. That's the fancy term that counts what portion of adults of working age are either working, looking for work, or not anymore looking. And that last one is the one that's gotten quite big, and that helps account for the low number of people unemployed but looking, who are the only ones that count. You need to know that to understand what the numbers mean or don't mean. Here's another example. Yeah, we might have lower unemployment, but suppose it means at the same time that huge numbers of people went from good jobs, high pay, good benefits, job security, to instead have jobs at low pay, no benefits, and no security. Why do I bring that up? Because that's exactly what's happened over the last decade. And that means the implication of our job situation could be better captured in these words. What we have done is said to the American people, you're not going to have good jobs anymore, so you got a choice. You can have no job at all, or you can take a job with low pay, no benefits, and little security. And guess what? Millions of Americans have seen the latter option more attractive than even unemployment. But that's not a sign of economic health, and it sure doesn't mean the economy is great.